Hi, I'm Sterling Hart, and this is Dreamlight, where we work on dream interpretation and using the insights in the waking life. What does it mean to dream of bathing? So here we mean either a bath or a shower. There are two main themes that suggest themselves. The first is purification, some sort of cleanse. This would include getting cleaned up to go out somewhere socially, or a kind of preparation. Or your habits that surround personal hygiene and how that relates to your personal space. The second is that it represents a mood. Your personal associations are always at play, and if you have a strong connection with a shower or a bath, such as some traumatic experience, you will need to deal with the associations of that experience. You may also live in a situation, such as in an RV, where getting cleaned up has a different level of difficulty in planning. However, if nothing is obvious, then look at water as a form of consciousness. This would mean that you are purifying or cleansing away some experience that has left something behind, or removing the old to enter the new, such as getting cleaned up to go out. Sometimes this can be dependent on the place. For instance, if you like to swim, you can be required to shower before entering the pool and often exiting. Divers at competitions often shower right after the dive, partly to remove the pool water, but it can also be a way of keeping warm. Hot or cold water. Some people use cold water showers for fitness. There is a moment of overcoming the shock of the cold. What is the habit of bathing? Is it in the morning or evening? Do you prefer a shower or a bath? Do you live in a situation where you are able to follow your preference? I have lived in old houses before where there was no shower and only a bath. Do you have a schedule, or is it by perceived need? Do you share the shower or bath with other people? Do you have to bathe children? The bath sometimes represents entering into some state or condition, such as a mood. A bath can also be a place of being alone in reflection, a private place. It's also the place where you took off your clothes, so there's a certain vulnerability. So bathing in the morning or the evening will mean reflecting on different things, a slowing down and creating a space and activity that allows you to reflect, or being prepared for the morning and what's to come. Baths can have the idea of being restorative, complete with salts and candles. Some people come home from work and take a shower because it is a way of ending the workday and starting fresh. Some people sing in the shower or have their best ideas there. Do you know where your mind is in the shower? Do you focus, or is it a mechanical habit and lost and unremembered? If you live in a drought area or have other concerns, there can be the idea of conserving water. There is also the location of the bathing. Was this in your own home or a place from the past or unique to the dream? What does feeling clean mean? Sometimes there are other symbolic connotations with bathing or showers, such as baptism or the womb. This idea of being reborn. This is also part of cleaning away the day or feeling refreshed. Usually the more abstract symbols have supporting contexts and show you what you will become, rather than the focus being on the moment of transition. Some people skip showers when they are busy, but there is the fear of the social ramifications. There is also washing hair, which can be a different and more time-consuming regimen than a regular shower. And in some places, the idea of washing hair is also sort of the idea of letting go of a flow of emotions. It's letting down your hair. What are situations or conditions that make you feel you need to bathe? Do you listen to things while bathing, such as music or audiobooks or news? What do you take with you when you bathe? Back scratcher, shampoos, rubber ducky? Is there a concern over spilling water or humidity? Do you adjust the room temperature when you bathe? What about towels and drying off? Do you have a bathrobe? When you look at your waking life, what sorts of things come up that you would say needs to be cleaned? Or what sorts of experiences relate to the moods that you associate with bathing? Such as, is there some situation you would like to be done with? Do you have the feeling or thoughts that you need to slow down? Is there some situation where daydreaming feels really good? Is there some situation where you find yourself alone and are able to really slow down? In a subliminal dream, this would probably represent abiding in a consciousness and allowing it to soak in, removing old habits or viewpoints. You take in and receive new energy and surrender to it. Some parts of the mind-body system may need more active work, represented by the actions in the shower or bath, this idea of cleansing or cleaning. For instance, I had a summer job in college that was very intense for about a month. We worked 7 days a week for long hours, and then the job just ended. A few days after I got back, I had a very vivid dream of this waterfall in a parking garage, descending and washing over me. I could feel it as I stood in it. On waking, I felt revitalized and my mind was clear. The parking garage I associated with the moment that the job ended. The car had been a big part of the summer as I had to drive a lot, and so there was this moment where I parked the company car for the last time and left it behind. The parking garage itself reminded me that I had seen one near where I'd lived that had been built while I had been away for the summer. It was a very familiar space that I had walked through many times, but when I got there, there was now a parking lot. A few days after the dream, I went through that parking lot again, having to walk to another building, and at the back of the parking lot, they had a waterfall installed that produced this white noise, like the one that I had had in my dream, only the dream one had been larger and less realistic. So it wasn't a subliminal dream that gave me a detailed image of something. It was something that was symbolic, that washing away. I noticed that a couple of weeks after the dream, I got a letter from the company. And really what struck me was there was nothing of the old job on my mind. I had no concerns or worries like I had had when I had been working. And I didn't feel any of the stress. It had just been completely washed away and in the past. If you got something out of this video, please hit the like. If you want more dreams, then subscribe. If you want to support the channel, consider supporting me on Patreon. See the link below. Till next time.